It begins like this. Basic research to cope with the space age we're living in. Concerned with utility, style, designers, engineers. New materials are the things that people really want. That's the basic problem.
I may or may not be held up at gunpoint right now to say this, but Cool Cleveland is the coolest thing about Cleveland I've ever seen it in my life. And if you like all of this stuff, you can go check them out wherever you can find them. Please, can you put the gun down? Thank you.
So what was your experience like opening for Chappell?
Insanity. You try in this day and age to do a sold out show of 5,000 people and not have a phone and try to get backstage. That's what it was. I ended up losing my phone like 2 days before show. And so I had like no itinerary, no contacts, like nothing. Thankfully, I ended up going to the show, meeting people or seeing people that I already knew from the scene and being like, hey girl, here's your phone. But all in all, it was very nerve-wracking, but in the best of ways. It felt like this needed to happen. I mean, even down to production and management that were all around, it seemed like it came from a high place of like love and like understanding the space that you take up, how much space you take up, what you do with that space matters a lot. And I think what she's done specifically in the music space has really changed the game. And especially doing a show like this, like you actually are the Midwest scene girly, like come on now.
Literally, everyone's like, she's tall girl energy. And she was literally like 3 apples tall.
I knew that she was some type of short, but I am She-Hulk 24/7. When I first saw her, she was on the ground painting her nails.
People were like, oh, why are her dogs out? Like, why is she barefoot? She was painting her toenails. That's it. Like, she was letting her toenails dry. That's the only reason.
I was just glad that like the time that she took out to talk with us and all that fun stuff was her routine. This is how I get myself, going for the show. And that's also how I do it. I think she did a really good job, backstage being with us.
Yeah.
I'm so intimidated though. Honestly, how do I express this means a lot to me, but also don't sound like stalkerish?
Yeah.
And also her music talks about, community and trying to find that sense of community a lot. The never meet your idols thing comes up a lot. And that was one of those moments where I was like, yeah, but also they could be great. Also, they could be just good humans. That's what this was. I was very, very happy.
What were your first thoughts walking out on stage for the first time in front of all those people?
Oh, bitch. It was let's do it or don't. We are here. There is music blaring and, well, there was not music blaring for the first part of my mix because it is just Shrek. As soon as that hit for me, it was like, all right, we're in it now. We are our Midwest princess. We're locked in the tower and let's go into it. It's always a on thing. But as soon as I got off, I was like, well, one, where's my inhaler? 2, what did I just do? And does anyone have it on camera? This is a big ass crowd. I could just walk around and not even fucking lip sync and no one would goddamn care because like, they're not here for me also. They're not here for me. They're here for Chappell. But she also made it to be like, no, you're not only featured, like this is why we're doing this show here. So I did like that. I did feel more like they were here for the specific drag elements and stuff, which made it all the better going out and going like, all right, at least these are not, random street people in a random bar on a Thursday, Friday, staring at me being like, I guess. I'm always in drag going like, no one is gonna fucking get this. And I love that type of stuff of drag, like the very if you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
That feeds me. I can do whatever for 7 minutes on the stage. And if I have that one person that goes, that was stupid and I love that.
Yeah.
But I did my job. It's always fun to see it in real time when I'm doing a show. People's face go, what the fuck is she gonna do next? Love that. Love that. If you like Chappell, you will think about liking my music. One, I'm pretty. Keep that down.
How long have you been doing drag, first of all? I forgot to ask.
I've been doing drag for 6 years. I took a break for some time just to do. I just decided at one point that while doing drag, if it didn't feel fun, I would stop. It wasn't fun at one point. You know, drag likes to show parts of yourself that you didn't even know were possible at times, and that instant validation can become very silencing and very cold at times. And so that readjustment needed to happen, but a bitch is back now. Back with a vengeance. I told y'all, prepare to be sick of me. I have 11 drag children now. I am not having any more. My legs are closed. The chosen ones are chosen, okay? But out of all the 11, you know, there's only one that has been doing it for a full year. So these are like babies. I have done theater shows like American Idiot, the musical at Brecksville, where they were picketing and holding protests since we auditioned through us doing the show. It's really dangerous. Drag, in any sort of context that you put it in, is at its core political. It is disruption, it is chaos, and that's a lot of how I dress, what I do, that fuels me, is that type of chaos. Honestly, it's been one of the wildest experiences of my life. Like, no one ever wakes up and is like, I'm gonna be a drag queen for the rest of my life, and this is how I'm making money. I don't really necessarily need to be paid also, but my bills say otherwise. My bills would like money. I will be DJing Giaga's Pride on the 22nd of June. Ooh. And then I will be performing my live music here at No Class later that night on the 22nd of June. So it'll be fun. You can book me at kimmykatinfo@gmail.com. That's all one word, Kimmy, KIMMYKATINFO @gmail.com. You can also find me on Instagram, usually all social medias at Kimpid, KIMPIID. That is my music name, but it's all the names I have on socials. You can also find me on Spotify under that name, KIMPIID. All of my Venmos and the Cash Apps, it's all that same name. So if you don't know how to spell, happy Pride. Be the woman that you always had in your heart. And if you can't be her, die, I don't know, just pass away slowly, or play Sims. That's what I do. If you love me, my name is Kimmy Kat. If you hated me, my name is Catherine Kajarda. Love you so much. Give me your money. Bye. I love you. Cool Cleveland. They got cool ranch over there. That's what I heard. Apparently, drag queens and fire have a very long history together. But it was good to see a lot of familiar faces. It was also fun to go, hey girl, we gay together. We like to sing gay stuff. What's up?
The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
This is just a PBS documentary.
Yeah.